Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 2 of Astropolis, a Modpack by benbenlaw. Well, the base kind of grew a little bit. We now have all of this space. And I started working on a wall of resources, but we'll look at that in a moment. The thing that's really urgent right now is that we got to get started with these setups. So I'm just going to quickly put those down so that we can start cooking some resources, because this is going to be the limiting factor. Yeah, let me just finish putting these down. And you know what? I already forgot one step I need to do before that. We're going to need a lot of charcoal. So let's stop this and charcoal. Stop this and charcoal. And you know what? Let's make two more. This and deep slate is right here, so I'm going to grab 16. And we're going to put 2 more furnace. Then I'm going to take some time to explain everything. Like I said, I just need to get things started ASAP. So this and this and this and this. Just make sure that it's full of fuel. Okay, perfect. Let's just continue with the setup now. Once the 3x3 is created, you just you need to take the engineer hammer and shift right click to build the furnace. So let's just make this other one quickly. And then we're going to get started with generating some resources. And this one, perfect. Let's go to the quest lines. So basically, we want to make copper nugget made inside the blast furnace with asteroid blocks and a 6-second cook time. And tin is made inside the blast furnace with andesite and a 6-second cook time. So let's come back right here, and we're going to grab whatever we have available right now just to get things started. 1 stack of asteroid block and 1 stack of andesite. So this plus half the cooking, the charcoal. And right here, this plus half the charcoal. Okay, these two are started, because this is going to be a bit slow and grindy. So we needed to start that as soon as possible. So now we're going to be able to take a little bit of time, explore the quest, and talk about what we're doing and where we're going. Do I have... Yeah, I have a tank right here. And do I have a flopper? Oh yeah, I got a flopper. Okay, unfortunately, these are not automatable. This is automatable. So what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to remove this tile and this tile. I'm going to put a tank right here and a flopper right there. And then we're just going to build this on top. This is the furnace that's going to create our creosote oil and is going to make it's a coke oven. It's also going to make our coke. Only when we get charcoal though. Perfect, so that's assembled. And what we're going to do for now is we're going to grab a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And you know what, that's way too much. I don't need that much creosote oil. Right now I just need a little bit to be able to build the next step. So I'm going to put that in. Oh, does it need charcoal? I always kind of forget that. So let's put that right here and put that right here. Great, so we got this started. We're waiting for a tin, we're waiting for that. We're waiting for a treated wood plank, which are made with creosote and plank. So the moment that this is producing, so technically if you look at this, there's already some liquid in it, because as it produces the liquid, 100, I think it's 250 millibucket each, it just dumps it in the flopper and into the skystone tank. So do I have, yeah, I do have a bucket. Let's just see, do we already have, do we already have a bucket of this? Yes, we do. Perfect. So technically we can right now make our first set of planks. So let's just do that for the quest. And 8 around like you're making a chest around the creosote oil something, and voila, we've got treated plank. So let's go back. This is done. Unfortunately, the engineer's workbench used with blueprint to make items needs an iron ingot. So until we get iron, this is a quest line that cannot be finished. I find that a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So let's grab these and these. And you know what? We're going to prep to refresh. So let's just put some more in here and some more in there. Basically 27, perfect. So that's 3. It's not perfect. What I need is 36, but I'm gonna make sure the quests are detected, and then I'm gonna press K on them to auto compact them, and that's 2 more quests. So nuggets can be turned into ingots. Yes, I knew that. Oh, no. Sorry. I hit the quit game when what I wanted to do, I wanted to close I could get the reward. Wow. Okay. So let's grab this and this and this and this, and let's just make sure that these are still working well. Great. Oh, also if you forget to empty this part right here, it's going to get stuck on that, and that's going to be what's keeping it, what stops it from running. So you have to be kind of careful about that. Okay, so that's going to be 10. 1 too many. That's going to be 9, which is also 1 too many, but doesn't matter for now. Perfect. I'm going to put the benbuck right here for now, and now we need to go to the next quest line, because this part, until we get iron, is done. So right now, we're going to start growing crystal, which means we need kiln brick. When placed in a 2x2x2 and using the hammer on then we'll create the alloy kiln. Okay, so we're going to need 8 of these blocks. So we're going to need 8 sandstone and 8 ash brick. We only have 6 ash bricks. Now we're going to have to continue this process, and we're running out of fuel. And I didn't even take a single second to explain the setup and what's going on. So let me just make sure that things are working well, and we'll get back to these things in a moment. So this and this, just fill that up and fill that up. Also fill that up. Perfect. Okay, so that's the 8 ash brick, and now we need the sand. So I might as well take the time to explain this wall of resource. So first off, the way this works, I made the linking tool, and you shift right click on the storage controller, and then you can click on, see this one's not in here? Voila, it's now linked to this drawer. Okay, and the way, so this doesn't even need to touch. I went to read a little bit, and as long as the drawers are within 8 blocks of the storage controller, they'll be detected. So basic resource for asteroid block, granite, not granite, andesite, stone, and cobblestone. Then I put a cobblestone that goes into a drying table to make gravel. And I just duplicated the setup here with another cobblestone generation, making gravel, making sand, and going into the sand bucket. And it's kind of funny because I don't know how I ended up having 1K sand when it's like, this is going faster. Like, I don't understand. I must have set that one up before the other. Oh, that's where my ash brick was. Anyway, so we're going to need 8 sandstone. So we're going to need 32 sand. Let's come back right here, and let's make the kiln, well, it's just called the kiln. I was trying to find what the composed name was, but it's just a kiln. So we're going to put the kiln right here for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And wackadoodle do. Come on. Voila. So that's done. So this is important because next step is to make bronze, and bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, can be made in the alloy kiln. So we're also going to need a little bit of this, and then we can come here, and it's 3 copper to 1 tin. So we are going to have way too much tin and not enough copper. So what I usually start looking to doing at this point is to switch over the copper, the tin, everything to copper. So let's just come right here, take all of this and put it full copper, and remove this and put it to full copper. So now everything is on production of copper, which we're going to need more tin a bit later, but for now, this should get us just in the right direction. See, another one. So now I can make another stash of bronze. So I'm going to push 3 and 1. I'm going to put all 6 tin ingot in here. So now we need 15 more copper to be able to use all of the tin that's in here. And I should have waited for one extra tin nugget, not to have this weird little one tin deal. Just make sure that you are always refilling. So fill, double empty. Great. What's the next quest? The next quest is Miner's Research Pack. The Miner's Science Pack can be used to create different ores and geodes. So we're going to want to make we're going to need like 6 or 7 of these to get started. But let's start with the 2 that we can make. So like this. And the rest is these asteroid blocks. And then these need to be... How do I make the other geode? Oh, okay. And then you put all the stone around to get the bright stone. So I'm just going to grab a stack of stone. Let's make sure this got detected. Now it wants us to make bright stone. Can be crafted from stone and miner research pack. When broken, drops bright shard. Unfortunately, it drops 1 bright shard each. So this is going to give me 10. And this 10 is only going to give me 10 bright shard. The other shard are going to be better, but this one, it's like very low quantity of stuff being given. Let's just make sure that this is always producing so that we can get more bronze, because like I said, bronze is really going to be our limiting factor right now. And copper is the problem. So we're going to try and solve the copper as soon as possible. That's going to be 2 more craft. Okay, so what it wants us to make is we need to make a cluster template. And there's the budding amethyst, but let me show you where we're going with this. So if I make to make a budding copper, when placed in the world, will grow crystal. Alternatively, can be grown in the garden enclosed with a cluster template. So first off, you need 4 bright shard and a miner's research pack. So you need basically 8 bronze, 4 to make the first miner pack, and the second to make 4 of the 5 bright shard. And after 4, you get like a free one, a freebie. And 4 copper, okay? But this is going to be put in a garden cloche with a cluster template, and it's going to give us copper cluster. And a copper cluster, when we put in a crusher, we get 6. When we break manually, we get 4. Well, that's going to be very good. But we also need the cluster template. Cluster template has 2 recipes, 8 bright shard or 8 amethyst shard. The amethyst shard breaks in 4 the same way that the other breaks in 4, where this breaks in 1. So if we wanted to use the bright shard every time to make a cluster template, this would be super expensive. So we really need the amethyst shard as soon as possible. So which is why it's showing this recipe. So now we need to make a budding amethyst. And for that, we're going to need 8 bright shard, okay? And we're going to need a cluster template, so we're going to need another 8. So just to make that, we're going to need 16, okay? So yeah, we're going to need a lots of bronze. So let's just continue with that. And let's make sure that we're producing as much as possible. There's even a question for where I'm wondering if I shouldn't have made like 3 or 4 more of these. They're not that expensive. I might in my time lapse. For now, I'm just not sure that I need that. I want to be able to progress the quest. So let's just come over here. And if I do this, this is going to give me a budding amethyst. And now we just need the 8, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so that's not enough. We're going to need 1 more craft of bronze to be able to do this. And right now we're going to do, we're going to need to do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's come back over here. So this is continuing. We're going to split this. Clean, clean, put. Clean, clean, put. Perfect. Okay, and that should give me enough copper, I think, for another one. Yeah, so for another stash of bronze. So let's put that here, get those, and we'll do the next miner pack, and we'll get finally started with our first shards. So let's just do this, like so. And then this with the stone again to get 5 more. And we're always going to be producing this because every miner's core required the bright shard, not the budding amethyst. So this is something that we're going to have to keep on making. So now we need a cluster template, like so. And we can finally set our first right here. So budding amethyst, cluster template. And you're going to need some water. What's my flopper situation? I've got 2. What's my bucket situation? Great. Let's grab all of this and this. I think I put a crafting table back there. Yeah. So I'm going to set this and this. We're going to need more floppers that I can do a bit later. For now, I'm just going to make sure to get some water into my budding amethyst. And I really like this setup. Like, this seems to be the fastest way of just producing and filling the water for now. We're going to get to potentially the infinite water source soon. That's going to be great. So let's just, that's maxed out. Nope, I can still put some in here. I should probably look to refill the other, but it's not that urgent. And maybe we'll get the infinite water source before we really need to refill all of the other. Okay, so that's done. And by the way, we have our next 4 bright shard to be able to make the next cluster. So now, let's grab this and this. The next one that we want to make is the copper. So I'm going to need 4 bronze. 4 bronze. I think I have everything to be able to make the copper. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 5 like this. And we've got the 4 bright. Nope, they go in these. And we've got the 4 copper ingot, copper budding amethyst. And now we need to come over here, grab these, and look at this. That's going to give me 4. So I only need a second one to get the other 4 to make the other cluster template. Which is really the way to go. While we're waiting, let's make some more floppers. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I just screwed that up. Darn it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, cook those and show these flower pot in the garbage right there. So we're going to need those 2. You know what? While we're waiting, we can just use these. So we'll make these into floppers. Perfect. And we're going to need to restart you. And restart you. So now we've got the 3 and the floppers. Let's just go to the back of this. And we're going to also fill those with water. But in a moment, we have our second amethyst cluster that I can break. And that's going to give us our cluster template. And then we can come over here. And we now have copper 4 at a time. So every time it produces 1, it's going to give us 1 ingot. So now we need to do this again for the coal with 4 charcoal, but that's going to produce coal. And we need to do this again for the budding tin. And as you can see, it's only the bright shard that it takes. So we're going to need 8 bright shard, which means we're going to need 2 miners research pack and 2 more miners research pack. So we need 4 miners research pack. So we need 4 craft of bronze. And that's why like this is going to be super useful, because that's going to make everything that much faster. To be honest though, it doesn't mean that you need to stop doing this. You need to constantly be doing this because you need so much copper in the beginning. It's just easier to do both at the same time. So I can come over here. That's going to be 2 bronze craft. And now I completely forgot. I need to grab this, and this one's not going to be copper anymore. This one's going to be tin, because now we need the 4 tin ingot to make the tin cluster. So let's come right here, and we have 1 copper cluster that if I put here and crush, well, guess what? This is going to give me 1 full ingot, and then the next one's going to give me a second full ingot, and the third one's going to give me a special 4th magical ingot. So this is multiplicative. It's really nice. Same here. These 2 We're not going to need to have so many amethysts. We only really just need them for clusters, for template clusters, but we need 2. So this is going to be tin, coal, and copper. Well, no, copper, tin, and coal. And we're probably going to replace this garden cloche with iron, which is something I want to try to get to today, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to. So if I come back right here, this is going to give me 4 bronze ingot, 3, 4. This is going to need to be made into the light thing, the bright shard, sorry, like so. Great. Let's grab this and refill. Let's grab this and refill. Oh, refill with, nope, refill with this one, sorry. So let's put that one in and let's go make some more. So K and K. So I'm kind of in a tough situation because I know that I need at least to use another tin here so that I can get the next 4 bronze for the miners pack. But then we should be in the same situation with tin as we are with copper. Okay, so let's just grab these 2. And to show you, that's going to give me my bonus one. So I break these 2. And because I had a shard from the one before, I can now make 3 more in one go. So let's just grab, you know what? Let's also intercept this one. Right now, this is going to just, we need the tin and we need it faster than we need the copper right now. That's probably the right call. That's going to be 12. I should have my bronze. Perfect. Let's come back over here. It's a lot of rinse and repeat, unfortunately, but this is the fastest that I found of being able to get this. So like so. And we get a miner's research pack, and this one needs another 4 bronze. So 1, 2, 3, and 1. Oh no. So this one's done. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I just need the 4 tin. Well, that's going to be some more. I don't think that I'm going to need that many. I'm just not taking any chance. So this 27. Yep. Oh. So that's going to be 27, which means it's exactly what we're going to need. I can still press K. That's surprising, but okay. So now we can grab the budding tin and we can come over here and put the tin in here. And now I just need to fill this with water, but technically I don't need to be producing this anymore. 9, 10. I don't want to be stuck with a stupid nugget. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. That should be the exact number we're going to need to finish this. So let's just go and put some water so we can start getting the tin clusters. And the last one that we need is the charcoal. The charcoal is the least important of them. Well, it's the least, no, it's not the least important, but since the other one needs tin and all the cluster creation needs tin and copper, it had to be the first one we made just so that we wouldn't be wasting time waiting on those from the furnaces, from the Crude Blast Furnace. And unfortunately, like I've explained to you, the Crude Blast Furnace cannot be pulled in and out of, so they cannot be automated. You need to have the improved Blast Furnace, and we're probably going to get one at some point, but not in a time and manner where it's going to be super useful for us. For this part of the step. So if I come over here, still no, now we have 3. So 3 is really the perfect number, because when you take out 3 and you break them, 3 gives you 4 ingot in one go. So that's, to me, it's always been like the best ratio, the one that I favor. So now that this is done, this should be 2 tin and 1 copper, and we'll set all of that to make bronze right now. So that's way too much copper, but it's okay. We're going to get some more tin as we go. And the only one we have left now is the copper. And because we need more bronze, we're just going to take that out. And we're going to need a new pickaxe at the same time. So let's just do this and grab the tin ingot. Do I have, yes, I have 2 artificial sticks. So that's kind of a good situation. Let's just grab this and make this. We're not going to need this anymore. So just empty our inventory, grab the 8, make more bronze. So 1 for the miner's pack, 1 for the bronze shard. Well, that was less than ideal. Kind of forgot I still need some of this. You know what? Let's do this and make another crafting table. So this one will be the miner's core crafting table, and this one's going to be the whatever else we need to craft. So grab the stone, come back over here. These are going to give me the 4 bright shard that I need. Perfect. And this is going to become my coal cluster. So this with these 4, with this miner's research pack. Then I need all of you. I don't need all of you, but that should be enough to make a couple of cluster template. Okay, so we've got 4 cluster template for the future. And if I come over here, I can now put a cluster template with a budding coal, and we're now making coal. So this is the tin, this is the copper. Again, the right quantity of resource. So these 2 is going to complete my 3rd from before. So this should be 4 ingot of each. So let's go back here. It's going to be 4 ingot, and that's going to be 3 plus the 1. And again, all of this is going to go in here for copper, copper, copper. So, okay, now we're getting into a different emergency. So basically now we need to complete this one quest, and we are going to need a lot of coal, unfortunately. Let's just wait for 1 cluster. This is taking forever. I wonder if the coal's not longer than the other. So much so that I think I need a 2nd coal. You know what? Can I? Yeah. Let's come right over here and grab this miner research pack. We're going to need 2 miner research pack. Now we need the bright fruity things, the bright shards, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's break this. Let's grab some more bronze. Well, I'm going to need more copper now. So if I come back over here, it's going to give me 2 miner pack. So 1 miner pack with these 4 and these 4 is going to give me budding coal again. And I'm going to just stop producing these and put the budding coal in here. Grab this, this, and 2. So it took forever, but by the time I got there, there were 3. That's kind of funny. Give me my 3rd one. I'm waiting for my 3rd copper to get 4 copper ingot. I thought this was the progress bar. Yes, yes it was. Oh, and I'm going to get my 3rd tin cluster. Come on. And I'm not going to get my 3rd of this one. So let's just do this. Get all of these. Then we're going to get our 1st coal. Some more tin and some more copper. And now you can obviously see that we're producing way too much tin for the quantity of copper that we're making. So you know what? Might as well just restart one of these furnace on copper. And just one because we're going to need the other one. So now we've done all of this. It wants us to make 1, well, there's a quest for coal coke. So let's just make 1 coal coke. And while we're waiting for the coal coke, let's check the next step. The metal bars, hard bar. Metal bars are made with 3 iron, which we don't have, but 12. Or you can take 3 bronze and 4 coal. That's going to give you 6 metal bar. Well, that's the next quest. That's going to be a 2nd coal. Let's come over here. Well, 2. So now I just need, you know what? I should probably not have taken that 1 coal to make coal coke. Yeah, that was a bad call. It does happen once in a while that you make a mistake and you don't think about the right thing, but it is what it is. Let's start the next copper. And I'm also thinking of maybe making another copper budding, because I feel like right now copper is my limiting factor to make bronze. So coal, tin, copper, another coal. The same way that I've made 2 coal, I think I'm going to make 2 copper. Let me just finish processing these and make my first metal bars, and then I'll explain. So if I come over here, this is going to give me the coal that I need, and this is going to give me more tin. This is going to give me more copper. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 3 bronze in the center is going to give me some metal bars. And now the next quest line says, no, not the next quest line. Fluid barrel stores fluid, retains fluid when broken. It needs 8 metal bar around a barrel, but I don't really need a fluid barrel right now. And if I come here, small water freezer, provide with water and power to produce ice, hopper underneath to automatically extract and create ice. But this requires a fluid barrel, another 7 metal bar, and a machinist research pack that requires steel. So this is another quest line that we cannot finish for now. I have 640 ice shards, so I don't really need the ice making machine right now. So let's go to iron cluster. And we want to make an iron cluster. A budding iron, when placed in the world blah blah blah, needs 4 iron ingot. And you make iron ingots from nuggets, and you get nuggets from, how do you think you get nuggets? Of course, by melting metal bar. So we're going to need 36 of these metal bar. 6, 12, so 6 craft, okay? So now it's a lot of just rinse and repeat toward getting these metal bars and this bronze to be able to get to the next step. So let me just do this quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and where's my copper? 1, 2, and I'm going to show you kind of the problem that I'm having right now. This is bizarre. I don't know why these didn't ulti-mine. Okay, so let me do the tin, let me do the copper, and let me do the coal. Okay, so right now, if I come and look here, I now have 8 tin for this much copper. So like my copper is not producing fast enough to be able to make all the bronze that I want. So what I'm going to do right here is, unfortunately, I'm going to spend a little bit more to make another one. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gonna grab, oh, I didn't know I had these many. I don't know where I got the other one from, to be honest. So let's just break these. And this is the fun time where it's going to provide me my second one. So now I have 8. So I'll be able to make 2. So right now I want to create the second copper. So I'm going to come over here and hopefully, no, that's not going to be enough copper. Although I think we've got some in here that's not being transformed. Perfect. So if I come over here and I grab this, yeah. So now I'm going to make a second copper one because like I said, this is my biggest limiting factor. These 4 are going to be used for my, so I already have everything that I need for the iron one, for the first iron one, I mean. So let's come over here and I'm going to say no to 10 for now. And I'm going to go with a second copper. You know what? This is stupid, but I like being clean, so I'll just go like this. So those are the 2 coal, and these are the 2 copper. Like so. Perfect. So I wasted a little bit of production time doing that, but I like keeping things as clean and tidy as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Let's just break all of this. And let's see, can we start? Nope, we still cannot start more bronze, but that's going to happen soon. And we're going to take a quick look at the other quests in a moment. So that's going to be a lot of bronze. So coal is producing. So I should have made a second copper before a second coal. If I was going to think about it properly, like if I had taken the time to make the proper decision, I would have, of course, made the second copper first, because that truly was our limiting factor. Well, let's just put these two right here. And I can't wait to not have to do this manually, but it's going to be like that for a couple of episodes. That's going to be more bronze. And now all the bronze that we're producing is for metal bars. So that's going to be another set of metal bars. That's going to give me another 6 nuggets, which is ridiculous when you think about it. So let's come back right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the second of 6 craft. So we need 4 more craft like this. So this is why we're saying that this is kind of the grindy part. Let me come right here. So right here, we need 1 iron ingot to do this. I'm doing the budding iron first. I'm not wasting an iron on this. And then if I go to iron cluster, well, there's this nice little water source tier here, but that's going to require a lot of iron. And then we have the steel right here. But there's a food section over here that I want to get started on. So we need industrial hemp seed. So you get industrial hemp seed by putting oak leaf around an organic powder. I'm going to grab 4 of these. And I'm going to grab a stack of these, which is too much, but it's okay. We're just going to prepare it like this for now. Put some around, balance the grid. That's going to give us 32. Now, the reason I got 32 is fairly simple. Well, first off, we're going to come here and we're going to say, you've done enough. You're going to be industrial hemp, and you're going to also be industrial hemp, which is why I needed so many garden cloche. I think I even have 2 more garden cloche that I haven't put down yet. Yeah, I have 2 more right here. I just want to do one little testy test. If I put this right here, this is keeping full. So what I'm wondering is if it can produce fast enough. So before we do this, let's look at the next step. The next step is getting industrial hemp fiber from the hemp seed, or organic powder seed block. When broken, drops a random seed. So we need any 4 seed with organic powder. So that's kind of why I overmade this, because I knew that I could just use it like this and this. We're going to get so many more of these seeds, and we can make so many more that it doesn't matter. So let's see what the lottery brings us. Cocoa seed, cocoa seed. Ooh, sugar cane. Okay. Grab another axe. Another cocoa seed, beetroot, sugarcane, and flaxseed. Okay, so we didn't get that lucky. I would have preferred getting a, I would really have wanted a normal wheat seed, but anything we get is really good because of one thing. I want you guys to remember that everything we're getting is getting us closer to, any food we get, any new food is putting us in a better position. So we'll start a little bit of beetroot, and that's going to need water to work, which means I'm going to need another flopper. So many floppers. I can't wait to have liquid pipe, but that's not going to happen right away. That's going to take a little while again. And before we continue, let's just make sure that we're coppering to the max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Just need to make sure I'm making the bronze. That's why I'm doing other quests right now, so that we can continue doing bronze in the background. So let's grab this. And now we need the water, just so that we can start this close. So the test I'm doing, the reason I want to do this also is that I don't know how many power, like this thermodynamic something. I don't know how many cloche it can power. Right now I went simple and I put 2 per thermodynamic, but maybe I can sustain 3, maybe I can sustain 4. I don't know, and that's really something that I want to figure out. So let's just come up front here. And these are all staying fully powered. Okay, so that's kind of good. If I put that one right here now, and I need another flupper, you know what? I'm going to need more clay and more everything. What's my clay situation? I got rid of, so my clay situation is not good because I turned it all into brick. So let's make some dirt and dirt into clay. And we're going to make a couple of buckets. Right over here. So that's too many, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So we're going to cook these in here. You know what? And these in here. I'm just going to go and grab some cooking fuel, and then give me a moment and we'll just continue. Perfect. So the idea is to see if this can sustain 3. So let's make another flupper quickly just to be able to test. Not 3, 4. Because if I can have 4 garden cloche per, this is going to be kind of epic. So let's grab this. Because then it means I can add so many more garden cloche in the next episode. Okay, so let's check the, no, I still have to start it. So put this and, no, cocoa seed cannot grow in this. Flax seed, I really don't need flax, but I need a send for the sugar cane, which probably would have been better. So this is going, yeah, so 4 is too much. 4 is not keeping up with. So it's 3 max to 1 power. But this right here, I don't really care. Like, it's not something that I need a ton of. So I'm going to leave it on 4 for now. And we're going to come back to it a bit later. Let's grab some beetroot. Let's eat 1 beetroot. Let's see what else we can do with beetroot. Beetroot can make dye. Beetroot harvest tray. We can make a beetroot soup with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 5. Now I've got 6, so let's make that beetroot soup, because that's also going to be another, oh, okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to eat this first. So let's come over here, put that right there, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aha, what a unique flavor, you've gained 2 hearts. Yeah, I love this mud. I don't know how useful it's going to be for us, but I just love the mud. So this we can transform into, you know what, I'm just going to get 4 string. Oh, that's exactly what I need, because that's going to open the white wool. So string made from hemp, and here white wool, block of string. Please don't make a bed, it will explode and kill you in space. So yeah, don't know then why I'm making wool, but the quest requested, so let's make 1 wool. Great. So now there's also this organic powder fungus block. That's what's going to get us our mushroom. When broken, drops a random mushroom. So we need 4 string and 4 organic powder. Then we have these 3 things at the top. Potatoes. So I thought that the block would drop me a potato seed, but potatoes can be crafted with a melon seed and 4 organic powder around. And then carrots is pumpkin with 4 organic powder around, and sweet berry is a wheat seed. So the 3 seeds we have not yet received, that's how they're made. It's it's kind of a bit annoying that that's what we need, but we're not getting them. So let me just come over here, grab this and grab this. Let's make some more of these blocks. So like this, and let's hope we're going to get lucky this time. Nope, sugarcane we already have, beetroot we already have, cocoa we already have. Flaxseed, okay. This is the most annoying one, the industrial hemp seed. You just paid 4 to get 1. We got a melon seed, amazing, okay. Yeah, so not superb. We're still missing the most important one. We're going to duplicate the melon so that can get us carrot. But we're still looking for pumpkin and what's the other one? Pumpkin and we're still looking for pumpkin and and the normal wheat seeds. So let's just throw all of that in here for now. Oh, darn it. I forgot about my copper. Let's grab all of this and break all of this. That's going to give us, oh, okay, a lot of copper. So let's come over here and put all of this in here, which is going to give me 18, which is going to give me how many craft? We're going to get our iron. We're going to get our iron. I'm so excited. So let's do this. Get these 18. Oh, no, that's not enough. 18 plus 12. That's 10, 20, 30. I need 6 more. I need one more craft. One more craft. Oh. It's coal that's the issue. But it's not really, because I got way too much coal right here. And might as well do all of it when I'm doing it because of Ultimine. Perfect. And let's grab these and balance the grid and give me that. And now let's make one last craft of, well, one last. We're going to need a lot more iron bar, but we might start making them with the, with words. Oh my God. With the iron budding amethyst. So let's press K on this. And if I come here, I'm going to need to reset tin really, well, not really soon. I need to reset the tin one like now. Let's grab this and grab, oh, it's still in my inventory. I'm just going to replace this one right here with the tin one. Great. Grab this and grab this. Okay, so I need another pickaxe. Let's just do this and this. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Right here. And then I think that's I'm going to have to call it an episode. And I'm going to go, I want to make the one iron with you guys, but then I'm going to have to call it an episode and go into a time lapse. Because right now it's going to be the next level of grind, which is basically going to be grinding after the iron, the budding iron. So let's grab all of this, which is going to give me, press K, 4 ingot. So that's 2. And these 4 ingot put in corners with these 4 bright shards is going to give me a budding iron. I'm going to come right here and say, bye-bye, Mr. Copper. And hello to iron. We're just going to wait for 1, 4, and we're then going, so let me talk about the time lapse now. Perfect. Okay, so in the time lapse, I'm going to continue making organic powder seed block. I'm not going to make any fungus block because I haven't made them with you, but the goal of this is going to be to get the 3 seeds that I'm missing. So right now we've got the melon seed, and if I take 1 melon that I bring over here, oh, if I take 1 melon that I put down and I break, it's going to give me some melon slice that I cannot eat right now because I'm full, but then I can get 1 melon seed with these 4 around, and I've got my potatoes. And potatoes, well, can be eaten like this, can be cooked into a baked potatoes, can be duplicated, and can be put into this weird thing. I don't even know how to get, oh, sweet potatoes. So I don't know how to get sweet potatoes. It doesn't seem to be something clickable. But anyway, so those are new different foods that I can eat, and I'm sure I'm going to have a use for at some point. So remove this, start duplicating the potatoes. And this is going to be the food chest from now on. Anything food related is going to go in here. So let's just come back here, and we have our first iron cluster that if I put down and break, that's going to give me 4 iron like this. And then this 1 iron I'm going to bring over here, and this 1 iron is going to make me a steel ingot, which is super important because that's where I want to go. Okay, so I'm going to now go into a time lapse where I'm going to augment my power, continue my base. So I'm going to put my power source in the roof. Like I'm going to set them up here against the roof because they're going to be out of the way. And I'm just going to use energy pipe to the top of the garden cloche. And I'm going to get a better setup. What I want to get to is this water source tier 1. This water source tier 1 needs 4 smooth stone, 2 glass, and 2 water cores. Water cores are made out of 4 buckets with water. You don't lose the buckets, and a machinist research pack. And you need 2 of those, okay? A machinist research pack requires 4 steel ingots. So we're going to need 8 steel ingot. So we're going to need 4 bucket, which is in itself going to be 3, 6, 9, 12 iron. And then the 4 steel, the 8 steel, because we need to make 2 of those. So that's 20 iron. So just to be able to get this infinite water source is 20 iron. But then to make the fluid pipe, we also need 6 iron. So we need 26 iron. And I want to power more than 8 cloche. So I need 32 iron. And that's not counting everything else that we're going to want to make here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another iron cluster and maybe a third one even. And I'm going to have those run while I'm doing work around the base, while I'm crafting more cloche because I need more material. So ideally, I want to use 8 cloche just on metals and another 8 cloche on wood and various seeds of some kind so that we have new different food and more industrial amp so that we can make more string and stuff like that. So this is something that I really need to work hard on so that we have a setup for the next, so that we have all this material for the next episode. And I'm going to try to also make a lot of steel because if you look at the next step, we need steel rods, which are made from 3 steel. Then we need the steel scaffolding, which are made from yet more steel. We're going to need to make heavy engineering, which is brawn and machinist and more steel and more machinist. It's like the amount of steel that we're going to need now is going to be crazy. So we really need to just get to it and make as much iron and as much steel as possible. And like I've just said, because of the nature of how much steel we're going to need, I'm probably going to go to 4 or 5 iron cluster just to be constantly making steel in these 2. Well, that's a lot of work that I have to do, which is kind of why I was hoping this would be a bit of a smaller episode, but at 50 something minutes, it's not a smaller episode. But then I'm going to go in my time lapse and I'm going to concentrate on the cloche, the power, and then I'm going to continue expanding the base. I'm just going to make it a big, large stone tile building. I'm going to go up to the end here and up to the end here and just encase everything. Like I said, we're also going to try and get the extra seeds so that I can finish this. And we want to get into leather. So let me show you that line. We need tough fabric. So tough fabric is 8 industrial amp around the stick. And then if you take 4 fabric, I think, 4 fabric together is going to give us ersatz leather. And the ersatz leather, if we dry it, dries into 1 leather. So basically 4 tough fabric is going to give us 8 leather. Slime ball can be crafted with water draft. And so if we look at the other recipe for ersatz leather, the upgrade base for the backpack, slime ball, some magmatic glove, nope, doesn't matter. Accumulator backpack, don't really care. So, oh, and ender pouch. But the important part is really the leather, because that's also going to give us our backpack and the conveyor belt, because we're going fully into mechanism right here. Next step are going to be making a sawmill, making a metal press, making all of these things. So like I said, I need to go work on my crystal clusters, and let me just come over here and grab these. And I want to end on this. So I'm going to be going iron crazy and garden close crazy, because we really need the setup to generate as much resource as possible so that the next episode can be done in regular episode. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.